60s right now. Compare that to last week when it was in the teens and 20s with snow everywhere, ice everywhere, Matt. This is just fantastic.
I'd say we made some improvements. And then, Darren, compare it to last year to this day. That cold front that we all remember in February was just on our doorstep. In fact, in Northwest Arkansas, specifically in Bentonville, as we were cooling down February 8th last year, once we hit below freezing, we stayed below freezing for 10 days. We did that eventually in Fayetteville the next day, in Fort Smith the day after that. So just a year ago, we were going kind of in the wrong direction. The next couple of days, we're headed up in our temperatures. We're gonna be flirting with 50s and 60s. This evening is beautiful. Of course, the sun will set and temperatures will start to get chilly, but we'll dive into the 40s later this evening, 40s eventually in the River Valley by 9 o'clock. It's going to take us a while. I think eventually by the time we're waking up tomorrow morning, we'll have a mix of some upper 20s and low 30s. We'll cool down. We'll also cool down a little bit better just because of this cold front that's moving through. There's not a lot of cold air behind this, really just a wind shift, and that northerly wind will start to pick up a little bit overnight, and then back by tomorrow afternoon, it'll be out of the west and then the south the rest of the week. But high pressure is in place, and so as these clouds move on in, they're actually going to shrivel up over time. We're not going to get a lot of clouds. They don't like high pressure systems, so these clouds will fade as they move towards Arkansas, but we'll have that northwesterly wind come in later tonight. It was a beautiful day, though. I hope you had a great Tuesday. Temperatures topped out we're still topped out right now in the 50s and 60s area wide. Tomorrow morning, it'll be cool, but the wind won't be too bad. Notice how it's a little bit more out of the west. Overnight, it'll be out of the north, but then by sunrise tomorrow morning, we'll already start to shift the winds. That's kind of the weird thing about this week. The winds are going to be doing something different almost every single day, so that's just a small factor in the forecast. Every day won't be too crazy windy, so the winds aren't going to make that much of an impact. But tomorrow's forecast, we'll start in the 20s, but then we'll head towards the 50s later in the afternoon. When you're looking out your window, nothing but blue sky. Later in the afternoon, 10 to 15 throughout the day. In the River Valley, about 10 to 15 out of the west, too. But I think we'll get back to the 60s. We may not hit the mid-60s like we did today, but low 60s. Not bad for February. Here's a look at Futurecast. That's that cold front starting to come in from the north. Kind of ignore the green. We're good. High pressure is going to help block some of those clouds. We'll get some of that cool air for just a second, but then we'll start cool next to freezing, and then we'll warm back up for your Wednesday. Highs getting into those 50s and some 60s. It should be a great Wednesday. Should be a great end of the week, too. We have maybe a few more clouds coming in for Thursday and Friday, but look how we just bounce our temperatures in Northwest. Mid-50s, upper 50s, maybe some low 60s. This weekend, though, that's when we have another cold front going to be coming in. It'll be a lot cooler. In fact, we'll drop back down to the 30s for highs. There could be a chance for a stray shower. Really, the story this weekend isn't the rain. It's just the cooler weather, especially after hitting, 66 on Friday in Fort Smith, Van Buren, and then waking up Saturday morning and starting in the 30s and only warming up to 40s. That's likely this weekend. It's going to be cooler, but the good news is that it's temporary, because by the time we get back to Valentine's Day for Monday next week, the weekend's forgotten about.
Even Tuesday looks wonderful as
yeah.
well, too.
Going up.
My goodness.
Really, in comparison to what we've dealt with over last week,
yeah.
this is a win.
I like it. Exactly.
All right, Matt, thanks.
Well, the nominees are